Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Orale, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, the Japonés. Orale, the Japanese, right? The Cultura, the blend. Put them in a blender. What do you got? I don't know what you got, right? But it's real. It's definitely real. ¿Sabes qué? Sweet and sour. Hot and nasty. ¿Sabes qué? Orale. A little bit sassy. You have the Asians, the Japanese, man, who have definitely embraced the cultura, the raza, the Mexicano cultura, and ran with it, the cholo estilo. Now, of course, when I first seen it, I thought they were joking. Nah, them's jokes, y'all. They're playing. On Paru, they're playing, right? They had to be playing because, you know, you see all these Asians dressed like Mexicanos, and I'm used to seeing it. Don't get it twisted, man. Coming from Merced, California, you had the MOD, you had True Blue, Oriental Troops. I ran into some TRGs, of course, some Oriental Ruthless boys, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, the Asian boys. And, you know, they had their stilo, the Dickies, the Benz, oh my, the Cortezes, oh why, right? They were doing their thing, but at the same time, when I seen the Japanese doing it all the way in Japan, right, I said, what the fuck is going on here, right? No way, Jose, right? Are they still in our stilo? And I was feeling some type of way. I was feeling like our cultura was being taken and basically manipulated and fucking clowned on. But then I realized it wasn't nothing like that, right? Oh, it would not. Oh, you didn't know? It definitely wasn't nothing like that. These people embrace the raza. They actually love the flavor, love the style. And it's crazy for our style, the cholo style, you know, the Chicano get down, to be embraced and basically fucking loved by a different people, a different gente. You know, it makes me feel good inside. I feel all warm inside and shit, right? Because this gente respects the get down. You know, there's a lot of people, they see you in Ben Davis's, con un pinche Ben Davis shirt, a fedora, homes, and they automatically assume you're a criminal, you're a gang member, you're a gangster, Holmes. Look at that cholo there, Sasuke. You're going to steal everything in here. Sasuke, put away all the payday candy bars because they want to like that shit, right? They automatically think that we're a bad people, you know? But we got style, Holmes. Flash, pizzazz, and a little bit of coke money never hurt nobody, right? We get down and we do our thing. And it's finally a privilege to see that other people are recognizing it. They're embracing it and they're running with it. Now, when I first seen the people in Japan doing it, I didn't think nothing of it really. I thought they were clowning. I thought it was a phase they were going through. But now, as I start to investigate and really look into it, I see that a lot of this gente, they're not into the gang lifestyle. They're not gang members. They're not nothing like that. A lot of them are doctors, lawyers. They're weekend warriors, homes. They like to dress up on the weekends as cholos, the estilo, and like fucking go out there and kick it. They got a lot of lowriders, homes. In fact, they're buying all our shit. So you know how hard it was for me to get a 65? Spend on latiras because all the Japanese done took our shit, right? People are able to double up. You're able to build a lowrider, take it over there, ship it, twist it, reverse it. Is it worth it? Fuck, it's worth it. Or because they want it in reverse, right? They take them and they basically fix these carros up or already buy them fixed up. And fucking, they like to go out there, floss and cruise, and they just adapted to our style. Now, I would say it's more symbolism to them. You know, something they like to do. I don't know why or where it started and exactly who brought it over there. I'm thinking maybe some vatos came from Califas or were over here, man, and took it back. That's pretty much how it goes down. That's just like anything. If you live in a little town, man, next thing you know, a Southside or a Norteño moves into your town, and now you see XIVs everywhere and X3s everywhere, and homeboys are fucking representing. And all you see all kinds of little white guys over there talking about, today I got time, cuz. I go hard, cuz. And they're just representing, you know. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with adapting to your surroundings and adapting to something that fucking you can identify with and something that you like. What I like about the situation out there in Japan is they're not disrespecting the style. They're keeping it traditional. They're keeping it true. In fact, if you look at them and you look close on the thumbnail, shit, they're keeping it even more OG than we keep it nowadays. You know, we've adapted with the times. We've changed our stilo. Very, very few people are out there still in the creased up size 50 bins. You know what I mean? With the hush puppies on. Nowadays, people got some fucking TikTok pants on, a Wedger, and painted toenails, right? So it's a little bit different. The style has adapted and changed, more hip hop, generational, I guess. But at the same time, I myself like to keep it crispy. I like to keep it OG. I like Ben Davis's, Holmes. I like to take it on back, right? You know, and a lot of these people out there in Japan feel the same way. You know, they identify with the culture. I see a lot of them with Aztec ink on them, a lot of them with LA, a lot of them with 3 dots, a lot of them I've seen them with XIVs on them. And it just trips me out because they're not really identifying with the gang aspect of it, but they're utilizing and seeing what they see, Holmes, and they like that pinto style. They like that veterano fucking gang member style without, you know what I mean, getting caught up in all the business and getting caught up in all the politics. And it's a crazy thing. You know, some people are against it. They say that they're stealing our identity. They say that they're stealing our culture. And I've heard, you know, there's 2 sides to every story. You know what I mean? There's an argument everywhere. And I've sat down and I've argued with a couple of veteranos on the point. You know, they're like, hey, Holmes, we can't let these people fucking steal our style, Holmes. You know, we're over here fucking losing our identity and they're over there fucking embracing it. And I said, Sasuke, Holmes, let me tell you something. Imitation is the best form of flattery. You know, you should be flattered, vato, that these people are willing to learn and to embrace the culture, right? It's not every day you see that. You know, the thing that trips me out the most out of everything is that they're basically in real life fucking doing it better than we ever did it. So how does that work? You know what I mean? They want those over there hopping. They got fucking pirojas over there bopping. And I'm trying to see what that be like. You know what I mean? They got more Arby's over there than we do in Califa. But that's just the way it is. You know, maybe it's time for us as Mexicanos, as Chicanos, to embrace other cultures as well and start learning about other people. See, it's not only about us. And that's the stigma, and that's something we've been stuck on for a long time as a gente. Is Sasuke, we got to learn our history, we got to learn our culture, we got to learn, and you're absolutely right, 100%. Fuck God. I second daddy, if you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion. I second that emotion, I mean like Smokey, right? I definitely second that emotion because we definitely need to learn our history and our culture first and foremost before we can go out there and grasp anyone else's. But at the same time, man, it's always good to educate one's mind and see whatever else is going on because we're all primos. We're all related somewhere down the line. You know what I mean? You know, you got every barrio, you got the homeboy Chino. So, okay, what do they call you? They call me Chino. Why? Well, look at me, puto, because I look Chino, right? And that's what it is. But the Japanese culture and the type of people they are, you know, people see them as meek, very humble, very respectful. And to some degree they are, but they're also a very smart, educated people, man. That if they see something and they become interested in it, they do it to the fullest. They go all the way. And when it comes to the Chicano style, the cholo stilo that they're adapting to, the lowrider culture, they're definitely going all the way. You know, that shit. It looked like 18th Street over there. I think they do got waters, in fact. Now, I know, of course, when it comes to that style and it comes to adapting to the flavor, there are going to be some people that start up gangs, start up barrios, because they see a fucking opportunity home for gains. They see an opportunity to get that bag. They see an opportunity to manipulate the masses. I can't say it ain't righteous. It's going to happen. It's part of human nature. That's part of the round and round. Under the Tevin Campbell. That's what it is. The shit and the beat goes on, right? Like the whispers. It just goes on. But for the most part, these people are doing it for all the right reasons. They're doing it because they like it. Okay? I see vatos with hairnets. They're keeping it old school. Con un pinche pan como una roja. You know what I mean? They got some of them, they got whiskers, but they're trying to make it work. You know what I mean? Con un pinche Fu Manchu. They're trying to make it work. And they're working it. You know? Now, I know a lot of people feel some type of way. You know, I've talked to a lot of people and they're like, Charlie, Holmes, Charlie. You know, we can't let other people steal our identity. No, we need to hold on to our identity. See, that's the problem, Holmes. If we're not going to do it, someone else is. If we're not going to fucking cruise with ranflotes anymore and lowriders, Holmes, somebody is going to take that and run with it. Okay, it's happened over time, Holmes. You know, we started this lowriding fucking culture. We started these motherfuckers. Well, you know, we're going to have a dispute when it comes to the zoot suits because the brothers were also doing the zoot suit thing. Just watch the movie Malcolm X. He was, you know, he had a zoot suit cracking, right? But that just was the styles of the 30s, 20s, and 30s and 40s, right? Now, everybody was doing it. But we popularized it. We made it very popular. And, of course, we adapted that into the bigger fucking baggy pants And nowadays, you know, they're getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And I'm strictly against that. I'm against that for two reasons. One, you know what I mean? We're losing our identity and our culture. And two, the wind's blowing. You know what I mean? I like to let my highness see my balls, not everyone else, right? That's just me. But everybody's different. You know, I guess nowadays, you know what I mean? They like showing them off. And it is what it is. You know, they're flamboyant with it. Now, you need to understand that if you're not out there representing the culture and identifying it, other people will. And the Japanese people have decided that if for no other reason, they're going to be the ones to do it. Now, Asians are very smart. They got a keen sense of knowing, right? For anyone that doesn't understand that, that means they see something. And if they like it, Holmes, they'll grasp it and utilize it to their advantage. Now, when it comes to our culture and our style and what they got going on in Japan, they're turning it into a way of life. They're turning it into an alternative way of life. Just like we have people over here, man, who are called weekend warriors. So you know what I mean? They work all day. They're hard workers. They wear boots. And then on the weekend, they busted that pinchy fucking lowrider and they get to cruising down the boulevard. They say, hey, does that rafla burn? They say, you know what I mean? Simone, Holmes, let's go over here and over there and hit the Chicano U-turn on them. Turn it on them, right? That's what we do. Well, they're doing the same exact thing. Okay? Only they're doing it without all the drama that comes with it. They're doing it without all the gangs. They're doing it without all the shootings. They're doing it without all the fucking people getting plaqueated. They're doing it the way it was intended to be done. You know, a lifestyle, a culture, a motherfucking way of thinking, a way of expression, self-expression, you know. All these lowriders and the art that went into it, the arte, right? And everything that we put into it, we've lost our way, gente. We lost our way. You admit it. Admit it. So, no, I don't admit it. I plead the fifth. We've lost our way. Okay? We've got away from originality. We've got away from what we once were. And I don't know what the fuck we are now. Right? We're a blend and a mixture of everything. Now, I understand this is America, Holmes. In America, you got a little bit of everybody. And you got to learn a little bit of a lot of it, right? And you have to adapt to what's around you. But at the same time, Holmes, when you forget where you come from, when all of a sudden you think you're a dollar bill, when you know you're a fucking food stamp, right? Orale, embrace CBT, Holmes. That's all we had, right? Frijoles con arroz, right? Embrace it. You know what I mean? Stop trying to act like you're a pinchy fucking pork chop, Holmes. Knowing damn well, Holmes, you're a can that just had a pig on it that said pork. That's it. That's where we come from. You know, I understand it's all about getting that bag and moving on up like the Jeffersons. But check it out, Wheezy, right? Sometimes, Holmes, ain't nothing wrong with going back to the water. Ain't nothing wrong with going back to the hood. Ain't nothing wrong with going back and identifying, Holmes, right where you started. You know what I mean? The tracks of my tears. Well, head on back down the track, Holmes, and figure it out. You know, that's what the Asians are doing. That's what the Japanese are doing. They see a dying culture and they embraced it and they're fucking building it back up. And it's cool that's having to be done overseas. We're watching from a distance, con un pinche lion in the bush, right? We're watching from a distance like, hey, damn, that what they got a firma 64 over there, right? Meanwhile, we're over here fucking pushing in Dodge Challengers and fucking Bentleys and things of that nature. Now, it ain't no wrong with a Bentley. Like, if I have one, I'd push it as well. But at the same time, Holmes, what happened to our 62s, 64s? I got me a 65, I'm living, right? But what happened to our old school classics, Holmes? You know, things that we had, that we made ours. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Holmes, these vatos are like, ding, 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 ding. They done took our shit. They say, okay, you motherfucking Norteños want to take our Mongolian? All right, bitch. We're going to take all your 62s. Toma, palo. And in that fashion. A lot of them are even going all the way to the extent of learning Spanish. Getting a lot of the ancient Aztec languages down. A lot of them speak Nahuatl. It would trip you out to really sit down with someone who's embraced the cholo estilo and see how educated these people really are. You know, they learn from the ground up, Holmes. They don't just fucking throw on bands and a hairnet and say, hey, watch out, put on there. Nah. These people read books. They study up on the history. They get glechad up, Holmes. They get a maestro, a teacher, someone that can teach them, Holmes. Because they want to know everything about the culture. Not just the low riders and the bitches. I'm already educated. I want to know about the bitches, right? But they want to know more than that. They want to know a little bit about everything. So that way when they do it, they do it right. Okay? It's something that's happening, something that's been happening for years. as we gravitate away from our fucking natural stilo, our choloism, our chicanismo, our Chicano flavor, they utilize it and grasp it and are gaining more and more momentum. Do I think it's a bad thing? Chale. The only thing that I see that's bad about this whole situation is how we're losing our identity. But I think them embracing it and showing canalismo and love is a righteous thing. You know? Ain't nothing wrong with it. It boggles my mind that they chose out of all different cultures, the cholo culture. But there's a reason for that. Because it's a beautiful stilo. Anyone who knows. Our culture is one of the most beautiful stilos there is. One of the most beautiful culturas there ever was, right? You got to be a damn fool to not want to fucking educate your mind and learn about your people, homes. You can't be brown and proud if you're not a proud brown man. Straight up. The only way to be proud and brown, homes, is to know why you're that. And to know about the people that came before you that set the foundation down. Flag planted. There you are. Whether it be norteño or sureño, south side or bulldog, right? Bulldog, Latin king, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, man, it's always good to learn historia, your history, before you can learn anyone else's. And then gravitate to learning other people's, man. Because when you know the history behind people's get down and what they got going on, that makes you identify with them more, and then there's an understanding there, and a common sense of morality and a common sense of understanding is always a great thing, Holmes. You cannot come together black and brown unless you know what entails the black side of things and they understand the brown, Holmes. You can't understand the people if you don't understand them. Come on now, man. I can give you knowledge you can't get in college all day, but at the end of the day, if you don't go there, Holmes, I can't make you. So get over here, go to college. Fuck that, Holmes. I'm over here getting on my mamon. See, I'm understanding my language. Mamon. There it is there. Bang, bang. You know what I mean? Anyways, at the end of the day, you know, without saying more than I need to say, the Japanese people have identified and adapted to our culture, and they're running with it. It's a great thing. Like I said, at the end of the day, man, if you're ever able to travel overseas and go to Japan and see exactly what they got going on, I myself am an ex-convict, so it's going to be hard for me to wiggle. But if I ever get the opportunity or the feria, you know what I mean, to do it, I definitely want to see what they got going on over there. Plus, I'm trying to knock me a couple Asians down. Like, orale, can I win? You know what I mean? Can I win? You know what I mean? Just one time. And that's what my intentions are. But yeah, it's crazy what's going on, man. A lot of people are bypassing and not seeing, you know, how we are just fucking losing our style. We're losing our culture, gente. It's happening. You know, maybe Los is holding on to it a little bit. Maybe down south, I know that they're more adapted to that. But if you look at it from the outside looking in, man, you can see slowly but surely we're losing our way, gente. We're losing. We're like a voice in the wind. We're losing our path. We got off the path. I told you guys, follow the yellow brick road. Remember when I first came out? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow. I told you guys, besides kid, no. You're over there and con un pinche monkey and the witch. And now a fucking house is going to fall on you and you're done. Orale. You're going to be like the fucking lion, cowardly and shit. I told you how to get down. Anyways, since you're not doing it, the Japones are. They're like, fuck it, hey, ding, 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 cruising the 62s and making it happen. Anyways, with that being said, I just wanted to move smooth with a purpose, and I hope that you do too. I hope that you go out there and you get everything that you got coming to you. Educate your mind. That's what it's all about. I'm not talking to the older people, man. You're already stuck in your ways, homes. You got to work and bring home fucking food and feria. I understand that, man. Shit, I'm on that same road. But I will say for all the youngsters out there, man, that are doing a whole lot of nothing with their time but thinking they're somebody, homes, be somebody, yes, educate your mind one time for your mentality. I guarantee you, Holmes, when you get a fucking common sense of understanding, then you are a true fucking gangster. Then you really know. You can't be about your people, Holmes, if you don't know who your people are. Bang, bang. With that being said, if you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with that thumbs up. If not, you get that thumbs down, heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and educate myself. Because if I don't do it, no one else will. You know what I mean? As far as the Japanese go, keep doing your things, brothers. So leave my 65 alone until I fix it up. Then we could talk feria. You know what I mean? I know you motherfuckers got money. Bang, bang. This is the gun.